researchers have uncovered what's believed to be Jesus' tomb inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre.
In a stunning revelation that sent shockwaves across the globe, scientists have finally found what they believe to be the long-lost tomb of Jesus Christ. After centuries of theories, hypothetical locations, research, and relentless explorations, scientists now have proof of Jesus' resting place. When they looked inside the tomb, they were shocked to find treasured contents that answered questions that have plagued the minds of many, including researchers, believers, and even curious unbelievers. You may wonder, why did scientists make this claim, and how were they able to provide this evidence? Where is the tomb located, and what did the scientists find inside? Let's get started and delve into the recent groundbreaking discovery that has solved age-old mysteries and unlocked a new milestone for scientific achievement.
I think if the bones of Jesus were actually found, then that would imply that Jesus of Nazareth did not rise from the dead.
Researchers have recently revealed Jesus' tomb in the central part of Jerusalem's Church of the Holy Sepulchre. When they looked inside, with chills running down their spines, they discovered mortar beneath the slab believed to be where Jesus was laid to rest. It dates back to the time of Roman Emperor Constantine. This discovery supports historical narratives, recounting the identification of the location where Christians believe Jesus was entombed. In the depths of history, the tale of Constantine, the first Roman emperor to embrace Christianity, unfolds a narrative of what is believed to be the rocky tomb of Jesus, the revered Son of God in Christianity. This momentous discovery is said to have occurred between 325 and 326 AD and was accomplished with the help of Constantine's mother, Helena. The story recounts the rocky tomb concealed beneath a temple dedicated to the Roman goddess Venus. Driven by a divine quest, Constantine dispatched emissaries to unearth this sacred relic. The pursuit led them to Jerusalem in the year 325, where they embarked on a mission to locate the tomb of Jesus. Legend has it that the search party was directed to a Roman temple that had stood for approximately 2 centuries. Upon reaching this historic site, Constantine's representatives faced a pivotal moment in their journey. The Roman temple, a structure rooted in the tapestry of time, became the focal point of their exploration. In pursuing unearthing the sacred tomb, the Roman temple underwent a transformative fate. The structure, standing as a testament to antiquity, was dismantled to lay bare the secrets concealed beneath its foundations. As layers of history were peeled away, the excavation revealed a tomb meticulously carved from the rugged contours of a limestone cave. The unveiling of the tomb's interior marked a sacred juncture in history. The natural cave, transformed into a revered space, saw the upper section sheared off, exposing the hallowed confines within. This momentous revelation became the genesis for constructing the edicule, a protective enclosure around the sacred space, encapsulating the essence of the divine discovery. The narrative of Constantine's quest and the subsequent revelation of the tomb beneath the Roman temple stands as an emblem of the intricate interplay between history, faith, and the quest for sacred relics. It is a story etched into the collective memory of Christianity, weaving the temporal and spiritual into a tapestry of profound significance. Within the sacred confines of the tomb, believed to house the earthly remains of Jesus Christ, a distinctive feature takes center stage: a long shelf, often referred to as a burial bed. According to age-old tradition, this is the very place where the lifeless body of Jesus was tenderly laid following the harrowing events of crucifixion. This poignant feature invites contemplation, symbolizing the profound aftermath of a pivotal moment in Christian theology. Delving into the architectural intricacies of the tomb, one uncovers a commonality with the tombs of affluent 1st century Jews in Jerusalem. These tombs, hewn from the enduring limestone of caves, frequently exhibited such shelves and niches. It's a testament to the shared practices of the time, as if these sacred spaces were constructed with a collective understanding of the reverence reserved for the departed. The burial bed is not merely a physical construct, it's a symbolic locus intertwined with the spiritual narrative of Christianity. It is an enduring embodiment of the final repose, a silent witness to the events that unfolded with transcendent significance. As one contemplates the details etched in the limestone, a profound connection emerges with the rich tapestry of the Christian faith. A layer of history unfolds as the marble cladding adorning the burial bed comes into focus. A testament to the passage of time, this marble shroud enveloping the sacred space is believed to have been meticulously placed no later than 1555. However, historical nuances suggest that its presence might stretch back even further, potentially reaching into the mid-1300s. Pilgrim accounts, echoing through the corridors of time, provide invaluable insights into this temporal layering, enriching our understanding of the sanctity enshrined within. Each chisel mark on the marble and every contour of the burial bed holds within it the echoes of centuries. These intricacies, resonating with the collective reverence of pilgrims and the faithful, bridge the temporal gap between antiquity and the present. The tomb, with its poignant features, transcends the mere confines of physical space. It becomes a vessel that carries the weight of centuries of devotion and contemplation, inviting all who approach to connect with a narrative eternally etched in stone. What did scientists realize after dating the samples of mortar they retrieved from Jesus' tomb? A team of scientists, guided by Chief Scientific Supervisor Antonia Marapoulou, dated mortar samples extracted from diverse locations within the edicule, and what they found shocked the whole world. The mortar, a time-embedded relic of architectural history, became the subject of scrutiny. As samples from distinct points within the edicule were gathered, the scientists delved into the intricate process of radiocarbon dating, seeking to unveil the age-old secrets concealed within the mortar. The recently disclosed test results have cast a new light on the timeline of the edicule's construction. The revelation that the lower slab, a foundational element of the sacred structure, was likely mortared in place during the mid-4th century, has added a layer of historical resonance to the holy monument. Attributing this construction activity to the era of Emperor Constantine adds a significant dimension to the narrative, aligning the edicule's origin with the directives of a pivotal historical figure. The confirmation of Emperor Constantine's involvement in the construction of the edicule carries profound implications for scholars and historians dedicated to unraveling the enigmatic history of this sacred space. The mid-4th century timeframe presents a snapshot of a bygone era, linking the architectural evolution of the edicule to the annals of the Roman Empire. As the results emerge as a welcome surprise to those immersed in studying the sacred monument, the dating of the edicule's lower slab resonates as a testament to the enduring quest for historical truth. The mortar samples, once silent witnesses to the craftsmanship of ancient builders, now echo with revelations that enrich our understanding of the sacred journey undertaken by Emperor Constantine and those who shaped the hallowed sanctuary of Jesus' tomb. While dating the sacred mortar samples from the edicule, scientists employed a sophisticated technique known as optically stimulated luminescence, called OSL. This method served as a time-traveling tool, allowing researchers to discern when quartz sediment, integral to the mortar, was last exposed to light. The significance of this technique lies in its capacity to unveil temporal nuances with precision. The mortar samples underwent a meticulous journey of scrutiny at 2 distinct laboratories, each independently contributing to the quest for temporal clarity. Through the lens of OSL, the researchers sought to decipher the history embedded within the quartz sediment. The exposure of this sediment to light over time became a key indicator, offering insights into the epochs when the mortar underwent transformative processes. Throughout history, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem has stood resilient against the tumult of time, bearing witness to a saga marked by violence, fires, and earthquakes. The echoes of centuries reverberate within its walls, each chapter etched with trials and tribulations. The destruction reached a deathly peak in the year 1009 when the Church faced utter devastation. This cataclysmic event, almost a millennium ago, posed a formidable challenge to the aspirations of present-day scientists seeking the hallowed ground of Jesus' tomb. The obliteration of the Church, a cornerstone of Christian reverence, dealt a blow to the hopes of unraveling the mysteries concealed within its sacred confines. In the aftermath of the devastation, a phoenix rose from the ashes as the Church of the Holy Sepulchre was painstakingly reconstructed. However, the specter of doubt lingered among modern scholars, casting shadows upon the authenticity of the site associated with the burial place of Christ. Questions emerged, echoing through the corridors of time as contemporary minds pondered whether the reconstructed edifice faithfully mirrored the sacred ground identified by a delegation dispatched from Rome nearly 17 centuries ago. In the crucible of time, the church stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of Jerusalem's sacred landscape, inviting contemplation and inquiry into the layered narratives that define the journey of faith and the quest for historical integrity. Amidst the scrutiny of mortar samples extracted from the remains of the southern wall of the cave, a historical timeline began to emerge. The dating of these samples to the years 335 and 1570 served as a temporal bridge, connecting the construction activities of the Roman period with a documented 16th century restoration. These mortar echoes, preserved within the very fabric of the edicule, became a testament to the enduring history imprinted on the sacred space. The southern wall, a silent witness to centuries of transformation, yielded evidence of the Roman-era construction, reinforcing the narrative of the edicule's evolution through the annals of time. The scientific scrutiny, informed by the precision of dating methods, allowed for the deciphering of chronological imprints left by successive builders and restorers. A particularly poignant revelation unfolded as the scientists focused on the tomb entrance. The mortar extracted from this key location bore the temporal signature of the 11th century. This chronological alignment corresponds with a significant chapter in the edicule's history, the meticulous reconstruction that followed its destruction in 1009. The reconstruction efforts undertaken during the 11th century, as reflected in the dated mortar, unveiled the resilience of those dedicated to preserving the sacred space. The scientific scrutiny of these fragments served not only as a chronological compass, but also as a tribute to the craftsmanship and determination of those who, over the centuries, contributed to the continuous rebirth of the edicule. Presently, the tomb is visited daily by millions of pilgrims and cared for by priests from numerous Christian denominations, following strict rules still enforced from the Ottoman era. Besides scientists' recent exploration of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, what are the various locations believed to be where Jesus was buried? Beyond the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, there are 6 other tombs in Jerusalem that people believe could be the original burial site of Jesus of Nazareth. But which one holds the truth? Situated approximately 5 kilometers south of the old city of Jerusalem lies the Talpiot family tomb. Discovered initially in 1980, it gained widespread attention after the 2007 Discovery Channel documentary, The Lost Tomb of Jesus, created by James Cameron and directed by Simcha Jacobovici. Inside the Talpiot tomb, 10 ossuaries were found, featuring names like Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Notably, the filmmakers singled out an ossuary with the inscription Mariamene, belonging to Mary Magdalene, proposing a marital connection to Jesus. 2 ossuaries contained patronyms for identification: Jude, son of Jesus, and Jesus, son of Joseph, leading some to speculate that Jesus and Mary Magdalene had a son named Judah. However, scholars argue that the prevalence of names like Jesus, Joseph, and Mary was common in the 1st century AD. The filmmakers, Cameron and Jacobovici, may have read too much into these names, as they were popular Hebrew names of the time. Supporters of the Talpiot tomb argue that DNA testing revealed no maternal relation between Jesus and Mariamene, a claim the Discovery Channel documentary suggests as evidence of their marriage. Critics, however, highlight the possibility of a paternal relation, such as father-daughter or grandfather-granddaughter. James Tabor, a scholar, proposes that the renowned James, brother of Jesus's ossuary, originated from the Talpiot tomb, indicating it as Jesus of Nazareth's family burial site. Chemical testing funded by filmmaker Simcha Jacobovici suggests a shared chemical fingerprint between the James ossuary and the Talpiot tomb, based on trace elements in East Jerusalem soil. Despite the impressive narrative, the small sample size in the tests raises questions about the results. There's also uncertainty about the James ossuary's origin, as its physical appearance differs from the Talpiot tomb's ossuaries. Notably, scholars interviewed for the documentary, excluding James Tabor, have voiced objections to the portrayal and misrepresentation of their statements. This discrepancy raises concerns about accepting the filmmaker's conclusions without skepticism. Simply put, those supporting the idea of the Talpiot family tomb haven't convincingly addressed a glaring issue. If Jesus' family hailed from Galilee, why would they have a family tomb in Jerusalem? Archaeologist Jody Magnus has a straightforward point. During Jesus' time, only wealthy families went for rock-cut tombs and the practice of later transferring bones to ossuaries. If Jesus' family were on the humbler side of Galilee, they'd likely opt for a regular grave. Magnus also adds that the names on the Talpiot tomb's ossuaries suggest a Judean origin, where folks were known by their first name and father's name, not how Galileans did it with their first name and hometown. It's a simple puzzle. The pieces don't fit the Galilee profile. The Garden Tomb, suggested as another possible burial site for Jesus, gained popularity in 1883 thanks to Charles Gordon, earning it the alternate name Gordon's Tomb. Its appeal lies in its peaceful garden setting, attracting many tourists, especially evangelical Christians eager to visit the presumed burial place of Jesus. The Garden Tomb's history is rife with dubious identification methods, including Gordon's belief that Jerusalem resembled a skeleton, with Skull Hill as the head. There's also a case of outright fraud, with Ron Wyatt falsely claiming to discover the Ark of the Covenant nearby. Adding to the skepticism, no tombs from the Second Temple era have been found in the vicinity. Archaeologist Gabriel Barquet, who studied the tomb complex housing the Garden Tomb, concluded that it dates back to the Iron Age, around the 7th or 8th centuries BC. Its architectural style aligns more with First Temple-era tombs, notably those near the Basilica of St. Stephen. Contrary to John chapter 19, verse 41, the Garden Tomb wasn't a new tomb in which no one had yet been laid. It was already more than 600 years old during Jesus' time. Unfortunately for the researchers of this supposed burial place of Jesus, it has been ruled out as a possible conclusive location. The Tomb of the Shroud, located in the Kidron Valley, is another of the places suggested as the burial site of Jesus, although its historical authenticity is debated. This site gained attention due to its proximity to the Garden of Gethsemane, and it's associated with a tradition connecting it to Joseph of Arimathea. The tomb is a rock-cut burial chamber, a typical style for tombs in ancient Judea. Its significance lies in the belief that it may be connected to the events surrounding Jesus' crucifixion and burial. According to tradition, the Shroud Tomb gets its name from an ancient burial shroud or cloth discovered there. While some traditions argue that the Shroud Tomb is indeed linked to Joseph of Arimathea, who, according to the New Testament, provided Jesus with a tomb after his crucifixion, others approach this claim with skepticism. Archaeological evidence supporting its association with Jesus is limited, and researchers have varying opinions on the site's historical accuracy. Visitors are drawn to the Tomb of the Shroud due to its religious significance and the mysteries surrounding its connection to Jesus' burial. Despite the uncertainties, it remains a part of the complex tapestry of traditions and beliefs associated with the final resting place of Jesus. Dominus Flevit Church is the fourth unique spot some traditions believe connected to Jesus' burial, although it is not widely considered the actual tomb. It stands gracefully on the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem, providing a breathtaking view of the Old City. Dominus Flevit translates to "the Lord wept" in Latin, commemorating the tradition that Jesus wept over Jerusalem from this location. This church, designed by Italian architect Antonio Barluzzi, resembles a teardrop to symbolize Jesus' tears. Its architecture and panoramic view make it a captivating destination for visitors exploring Jerusalem's holy sites. Adjacent to Dominus Flevit Church is a rock-cut tomb that some traditions connect to Joseph of Arimathea. While the church's association with Jesus' tomb is not as prominent as the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, it adds a layer of spiritual significance to the Mount of Olives. a site intertwined with biblical events. Despite not being widely recognized as the definitive burial place of Jesus, Dominus Flevit Church remains a poignant location with a rich blend of history, architecture, and the religious narrative of Jesus' time. Finally, the tomb of the Virgin Mary and the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea are the fifth and sixth other tombs believed to be Jesus's. Nestled in the Kidron Valley, the tomb of the Virgin Mary is traditionally linked to the burial place of Jesus' mother. Pilgrims and visitors are drawn to this site, believing it holds significance in Christian history. Sadly, historical documentation supporting its connection to Mary is limited. The attraction of this tomb lies in the reverence for Mary and the stories woven into the rich tapestry of Christian tradition. On the other hand, Joseph of Arimathea, a figure mentioned in the New Testament, is famously associated with providing his tomb for Jesus' burial. The exact location of Joseph's tomb varies across traditions. Some believe it's in the Kidron Valley, while others point to different spots. These diverse claims add a layer of mystery to the search for the resting place of the man who played a pivotal role in the burial of Jesus. Both tombs are enshrouded in religious devotion and history, with believers finding spiritual significance in their exploration. The narratives surrounding these sites are interwoven with the larger tapestry of the Christian faith, inviting pilgrims and historians alike to explore the stories passed down through generations. The quest for the accurate location continues to captivate those intrigued by the historical and spiritual dimensions of Jesus' burial. In 2017, a team of experts embarked on an ambitious restoration project within the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, a site revered by Christians as the place where Jesus was crucified, buried, and resurrected. This iconic church has a complex history, with multiple renovations and alterations over the centuries, making it a subject of fascination for historians, archaeologists, and the faithful. The primary goal of the restoration project was to reinforce the edicule, a small shrine that encloses the tomb of Jesus within the church. The edicule itself had undergone numerous repairs and renovations since its construction in the early 19th century. Over time, the structure had shown signs of deterioration, including cracks in its marble walls and instability in its foundation. To ensure the preservation of this sacred site, experts carefully planned and executed the restoration. As the team of restoration specialists meticulously worked on reinforcing the edicule, they encountered an unexpected and remarkable discovery. During the delicate process of removing the marble cladding from the tomb's inner chamber, they uncovered a previously sealed chamber within the tomb itself. This hidden chamber had remained untouched and concealed for centuries, its existence entirely forgotten. This revelation astonished the archaeological world and added a new layer of intrigue to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre's history. The sealed chamber appeared to have been closed off during a renovation of the edicule in 1555, a fact that had been lost to time. While the newly discovered chamber did not contain any human remains or significant artifacts, its presence was a testament to the evolving nature of the church and the layers of history hidden beneath its hallowed walls. Archaeologists and historians immediately recognized the importance of this find. It underscored the ongoing process of unraveling the mysteries surrounding the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, a place that had witnessed centuries of religious devotion and historical transformations. The sealed chamber's purpose and significance remain subjects of scholarly speculation, offering new avenues for research and exploration within this sacred space. The discovery of the hidden chamber was a genuine and remarkable event related to the story of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. It served as a reminder that even in one of the most revered and studied sites in the world, there are still secrets waiting to be uncovered. This unexpected find reignited interest in the church's history and the ongoing quest to understand its complex and multifaceted past. Apart from the intriguing discoveries within the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the search for Jesus' burial place has extended beyond Jerusalem. In the town of Talpiot, just south of the city, lies the Talpiot tomb, which has garnered significant attention in recent years. This tomb complex, discovered in 1980, contained 10 ossuaries, 2 of which have sparked considerable debate and controversy. One ossuary bears the inscription Yeshua bar Yehoseph, Jesus, son of Joseph, while another features Maria Mena Emara, Mary, known as the Master. Some have theorized that this tomb could be the resting place of Jesus, Mary, and potentially other family members. However, scholars vigorously debate the authenticity and interpretation of these inscriptions. Skeptics argue that names like Yeshua, Jesus, and Mariamine, Mary, were common in that era, making such combinations statistically likely. The translation of Mariamine Emara as Mary, known as the Master, remains open to various interpretations. Despite the controversy, the Talpiot tomb remains a subject of investigation in biblical archaeology. While it has not definitively been linked to Jesus' burial, it contributes to the ongoing exploration of historical and archaeological aspects of Jesus' life and death. The quest to unveil the secrets of his final resting place continues, captivating scholars and believers alike. Thanks for watching another episode of Beyond Discovery. While you're still here, click on the other videos you see on your screen right now.